test. So I'm gonna try to add it first to my sign up with the first frontier of the code. Okay, so I'm just gonna go and check what they recommend. Right. Okay, so you probably need a little help of jQuery. We already have the jQuery to achieve it. We already have it, and we need a script tag that is with the public key. Okay, we need that, and a bit of a JavaScript. It's because I want to use it to multiple forms. I want to use it for here, sign in, and of course the contact. I would try to implement it such a way so even if I put it in one place, it works with all forms, reducing my task to repeating. Of course, the curl I have to call it separately, but the scripts I'm gonna keep it into my footer. Okay. So I'm just gonna open my footer. I'm just gonna carefully go all the way down. Here somewhere. So I'm just gonna go all the way down. See, I have some list of scripts already here. I have some scripts. I have these 3 scripts. Probably I'm gonna keep it on the top. That's because the scripts we are going to use jQuery. Of course, I have jQuery here. I have Mini, and I have Bootstrap. Template, Mojs, not worry about it. So I'm just gonna create some space after third one, okay. And I'm going to say Google reCAPTCHA v3 or captcha captcha v3. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of comment on this. I'm gonna make some space here just to I know what I'm doing. Okay. This is what I'm going to place my note. That's how you make a space in your footer. Okay, just make some space there, keep it down, make some space here. This is what we're trying to implement our captchas. If you're lucky enough, I should be able to grab it. So that make a little scale in your footer for the general scripts that we are going to use. And then of course I'm going to grab some code from this. One of the code I need is this scripts. Now this is going to call the Google API. So it's there. I'm just going to share with you guys in the chat as well. That's the thing we have here. Carefully place this in my footer.
Yeah.
And this is gonna communicate with live Google server API. Of course, after the render, you put your site key here. Okay, whatever site key you just got, you can put it there. I'm going to put one that I've created. So let me just copy that bit. So the one I got, just gonna quickly copy this from my thing. Copy it, and I'm going to carefully place it here. This is where I'm going to put it. You can slight changes here. So just copy your public key or site key and paste it after the equal to sign. So that's how it's going to call it, the API key, public one. You put your own key. If you have one. Of course, once you do that, let's go back, grab a piece of code from here. This is what you copy, basically exactly same code. So I'm just gonna copy it, these scripts. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna copy this. I'm going to create a script tag here. Here, place thing that you copied from here. This tag I can give you in a chat if you want, but of course I'm gonna give you the one that is there, or you can just copy it. If you don't have it, I will say at least open this. It will help, because sometimes when I share scripts on the chat, it seems like sometimes it doesn't go all. So that's why, to make sure that we have copied it. We're gonna slightly change these things. We're gonna change the API key again here, and of course we will use a ID for our forms. Sorry. So that's the main 2 things we're gonna change.
Which key should I use? Should we use public one or private?
Public, obviously public. So I'm just gonna use this. As you can see, I copy this
in both cases.
And paste. In both cases, so that's correct.
Hold on, but where exactly do we put that key?
You put that. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
After the equal to sign.
Okay.
Equal to sign. You'll see a key. Just replace with your own key.
And the same with the execute, yeah, with the line 118.
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct. We still need to do something a little bit tricky thing. I will come back to it later to you. But
okay.
Let me give you this code in the scripts. I think I already have. Obviously, I have my own key, so I would recommend you to use that one. And in that key, you replace first. You do replace this key with your key, your public key, same as this one, site key or public key. Okay. For this ID, I'm going to talk about this ID in a second. There is a news, when you copy, it says newsletter form, as you can see. They have given an ID to the form, because at the moment the form they're using called a newsletter form. I've decided not to call it newsletter because that's not my one purpose. I have multiple purposes. So I'm just going to open one of the files that I'm working on. It's called sign up, and locate my form in the bottom somewhere. I will find the form. Let's see where. Yeah, so at the moment I found it on line 95. I have to add an ID to it. All of my friends will have the same ID. I'm going to keep the same ID for all of them, but they are in different scripts, so it shouldn't be a problem. I'm going to put an ID, and I'm going to put it from here. I'm going to copy this. This is what I decided to call it. All the forms somewhere are there. So this is what I'm going to. So open your sign up, locate the form. Please add this ID for me, as well as once you add this ID, change the newsletter. Wherever you see newsletter, change it to that ID. These 2 things.
Site form. Okay.
So we decided to call it site form. In fact, that will be the ID for all my form anyway. And then, of course, I'm going to bound it to that ID. That's pretty much one thing. One other thing you also have to do, change it to site form, these 2 values. Okay, this is just a token, just a name of an action. It is not the ID. You can call it anything you like. Make sure that you call them same. So I've decided to call it site form, but without a dash in the middle. You can call it anything.
Okay.
that's just a unique name for the action. They will identify this as an action. So I can, then when I go to PHP, I'll collect that information. So I've decided to call it site form without a dash. So this is pretty much the changes you need to do. Just going to quickly check something while you guys are doing it. And if you refresh your page, you should be able to see the captcha is loaded here silently, and see if that is the case for you. It's still completed, but at least you managed to connect and validate with the public key and set up the initial things. You'll see a captcha down below if you refresh it. Just
okay.
In fact, Google also had similar. Refresh it a bit, clear cache, refresh it, check, make sure that you have loaded this with your key. You have changed this key here again. You have given an ID to your sign up form, and you just bind it with that form, and also give it a name like this: actions and value.
Okay,
This 4 changes make. So I'm just gonna give the entire scripts to you guys, of course with changing my key, okay? So do not copy paste this key. It's just gonna change it, okay? Hope it's all will go in one go. Okay. Let's see if I can copy up to here. Only thing I will change a little bit to my keys, okay? But if you happen to have exposed the keys some reason, all you have to do that case, just create a new one. So that will do the job. Just want to make some jumble letters. And let's copy this, paste it here, and give it. Make sure that you change the key with yours. So chat. Put a little line in the chat and hope it all goes. Yeah, it all went in the chat. So just change the key for me, please, to yours. Both cases. Make sure that don't forget to add an ID to your sign up form.
And hold on.
Take your time, no. Check, double check.
Yeah. No, I'm checking. So I've done it in the line when there was a form class, action method, post and role form, yeah? And this is where I'm adding the ID. Okay, so I did it.
See if anyone get any success from your API keys call. If you see any Google Captcha loading, that will be great.
That's all. And Subrata, with the sign in, you are not signed in, or you are?
No, I'm not.
You are not.
Sorry, sign up. I'm just sign up form. Sorry, in the sign up form. Where am I?
Sign up.
Okay. Sign up. Sign up means register form. Because that would be the first that a user comes to register with us. So we want to make sure that file is first protected. That form is protected. So it will be sign up.
No, but still it doesn't show the captcha.
Mr. Hawk, any success on that?
I'm trying.
Or anyone?
Yeah, I can see my captcha.
Brilliant. If not, just clear the cache, make sure that you targeted the right file, make sure you put them underneath of these 3 tags. There's a piece of scripts on the top where you are using it for different reasons, and not that one.
Oh no, I've changed the code in the wrong file.
Could be okay. Just give it a go. If you haven't, then obviously I will have this uploaded anyway for you. But it's good to try. These are boilerplate code. That means it's actually given by the Google, but many people writing it down and they are just sharing it. If you search enough, with a little search, you should be able to find this. But obviously, the one I found I already gave you. So that is some little change we're gonna implement that. Any other success, guys? If you are trying. These all code are given by the Google, so we're just implementing it. I have to call it like this as Google call it like this. So don't worry if you see any wiggly line here, that's not an issue. In your code, if you look at your code, I have written a little bit of, I have made a little bit of change here. It was hidden. I have written text so I can see what's going on. And you'll see them if you submit the button. You'll see two pieces of information coming back from Google as a token. So if you have to hit the button to see it. First, see if it is loads. So, of course, later on I'm going to turn it off to hidden. So it's not going to be visible. It's just to see. Basically, what is happening is grabbing an API information request from Google, and Google use a little bit of JavaScript when you submit the form. This creates a little bit of call, execute call to that the action, and then it waits for Google to give it a token, something very important, a token. A unique token will be generated for you, random token will be given it to you. As soon as it's given it, you're going to add it, prepend them with our form. Pre means you're going to add them on the top of the form. But of course it is, if you change them to hidden, input type hidden, it won't be visible to public. But we kept text just to see if you can see them, are they being generated, double check. And they should only be visible when you submit. When I load it, it's not going to be visible, those form. When I submit it, and then it goes all the way to Google, grab those keys, appends those things to it. Sometimes internet could be a little bit of issue case. Somebody just have to, because they are just happening from the local host. Google don't like local host very much. Once you submit, you would be able to see this kind of things. Let me know if anyone have the similar effect.
No, it doesn't. do anything.
Give you anything. Doesn't give you anything.
No.
Let me share my this footer file for you.
I think
You have given this.
Subrata, I think the one that you gave us, it does have a syntax error, a little syntax error.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh dear God.
That's why it was. You know the second one. No. It's the second time you put the public ID, public key. After the key, the
I have made a mistake.
Yeah.
I see.
Single quotation was missing.
I see. There is a quotation missing. This quotation. I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah, but I put the quotation in, and it still doesn't work.
Is it working for Mr. Hawk?
Now it should work. I mean.
Okay, because I did the quotation. I saw it being missed.
Side form. It should work now.
Did you change it, the key to yours, Kasha? These two keys?
Yeah, of course, yes.
Brilliant. And you, of course, you have created an ID. I know you did ID in here, sign up, and of course you have added here, here, and here.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, this one is the footer is. I copied it because you gave that in the text, and I changed the ID. I mean, I added up the ID in the sign up. So I just.
Do you like to do a cache cleanup? A little bit of.
I've just did. Okay, I'll try. I don't know what's going on. Oh, and also my email address is coming in, automatically. Despite the fact that I actually
cleared it.
Cleared it, yes. Okay, let's clear it again.
Am I sharing or no? Not sharing. I don't think so. I'm sharing.
Yeah, it's working.
Okay. So submit the button, Mr. Hawk. See, if you submit the button, you also get to see a token being generated.
Okay.
Kasha, make sure that your site key is correct. Make sure you copy a couple. I had to do a few times copy my site key.
Okay.
I missed one or two.
How I go to check it out? I just. Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, I got
you
that.
should have this. So make sure that is one thing I had problem with as well.
Okay.
When I was doing it, I had a little problem with those guys.
Okay.
This one.
Oh, maybe I just missed.
Slightest. It could happen. It took me a little bit to correct it properly, add them, test them in the car.
Oh, it could have been, yes. Hold on, let's see. Oh, okay. Now it works in the meaning that it shows me
Google captcha.
No, hold on. Because I did sign up without putting any details, so it shows.
No, you don't have to do anything. If you just load it, can you see something popping up here? If you just load the page, just load on the browser.
Bottom right corner.
Yeah, on the top.
No, I don't.
Bottom right.
I don't.
Okay.
And we're talking about the sign up, yes?
Yeah.
Sign up, yeah.
Make sure you're running the local host, right? Of course you are.
Yes,
sure.
yes.
You wanna try my code? I'm gonna give you.
Okay. Oh no, now it showed up the site form and the thing, but I still don't see this Google captcha, the in the corner.
That's the main thing. So you want me to let me give you my code. These two code. One is sign up, and one is this with my key. See if it is working with my key. Okay. So the first thing I need to give you is the footer. I gave you the footer, guys, and I'm going to give you sign up. That is my key. So I gave you both of them.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I just replace.
Just replace them and see if it is working. Maybe so can I understand maybe the keys or something. Not working.
Yeah, because it showed me that form, but it didn't show me the sign, basically the captcha.
Just make sure you do my one and then refresh it, or maybe even clear a little bit of history, because this I saw takes quite a cache.
Okay.
And for me also I do that sometimes. I do the clear cache and then I clear last hour, but I make sure I check all of these boxes. It's not gonna remove your previous saved password. It's not gonna. You said last hour, that's why. So it's just gonna clear anything that you have on this. Come here this way. You just click here, history, and then you clear browsing data, and then this comes up. And of course I am in advanced, and then I select last hour and then tick all the boxes, the data that will clear everything and log me out completely. So this is what I did. Another option you could try is clicking in this button on the top left, and then cookies, get rid of these cookies, remove. It also does that, but the first one makes clears everything better.
Oh God,
see if it is try
it's
it.
really annoying because it takes so much time, and
that's all right. Go ahead and try it. Try my one. Replace your one. Use same key as mine. Let's see if it is somewhere working, loading. Or you can try the different browser. Even you saw I use different browsers sometimes.
Okay, yeah, maybe that's okay. Let's just try a different one. No, still nothing on this one. Okay, I'm going to replace this with yours and see how it just looks.
While we do that, I'll just check something. If it is still doesn't, then don't worry too much right now. I'm gonna move to the second part, so we can. You will have this anyway. I'll upload it anyway. So
okay.
I'll upload it. Let me just quickly give you something a little bit to read. It's not necessary, but I'm gonna go to the curl library. I'm not gonna go to describe all of this because it's a massive library. So this is a little bit about the curl, the things that we're going to use it for the PHP. If anyone wants to bookmark it, please go ahead. We'll tell you what the CURL means, what it does. What is it? It's a PHP library, client for URLs. Shortly called CURL, which was originally pronounced with URL in uppercase to emphasize that it deals with URL. It says here CURL is a PHP library. It's built in. It comes with it. It allows you to send and receive messages over URL, HTTP or HTTPS over SSL connections. So that's what it does. However it does it, we don't need to know much. We just need to know that this exists and it's available on your XAMPP server as soon as you install PHP. Okay, it's a library, it's full support. However, it comes with, you can check whether you have a curl by just typing this. I'm pretty much you all have it. So you don't have to worry about that. True. But it comes with a lot of options. Each options, I try not to remember them. It does different things. You can have a read about this, what happens. You will see this in a minute. Well, I will do that. Some examples, blah blah blah. You can quickly look at it. So I'm just gonna go ahead. Shall I go ahead, Kasha? What do you think?
Yes, absolutely. I just wanted to. I didn't want to
Check
interrupt.
it. Do you wanna check it?
Basically, yours is working. Now I'm changing it to mine. Yours works.
Okay, keep it that way. Later on, maybe you can investigate it. Keep it my one at the moment.
Okay.
So maybe you can try it a bit later on. So
Okay.
you're not gonna fall behind. Okay? So now we need a page beside of it. So to test it whether it's working, as I said, you could do one thing very simple is you can just click the submit button without filling any information. So obviously I haven't done the validation part for it. As you do so, you will see some sorts of token has been generated. And so these are two things, one called token, one called action. These two are being dynamically added, a pre-pen to your form using JavaScript. Pre-pen. Append adds later, pre-pen adds something at the beginning of the form. So that's what it happens here just right now in this. That's what happens. It has two things here. If I make it hidden, of course, when you're done, you should make it hidden so nobody can see it. But I kept it text so I can see it. So I can see the token. So when you submit this form, it goes to PHP. And when it comes to this form, this is the same scripts we're going to use. Okay? And I am on the top of this, I have all this validation, just like you had. You see, this is nothing uncommon here, very common here. Just checking the validation. And at one point in line 59, where I said, if there is no error, please try to register my user and forward them to sign in page. This is the bit of code I have written. Now this code will be added, of course. For now, I'm going to add my captcha validation here. So we're gonna first check all the basic validation of your form before you check the captcha validation. That's the good idea, which is done here already. If there is no error, of course it will be false. So if there is no error with basic first name, last name validation and whatsoever, then you go ahead and check the curl validation. So that's to do this. I'll keep this guy here. Of course, I'm not gonna remove it. I'm gonna keep it, but I have to be a bit technical on this one. What I'm doing. So yeah, I'll keep it. So let's go and find out what I can add. Here has a little bit of PHP. It has a nice explanation of everything. So here is a piece of code given. If you don't have it, just share it again, this file. I think it'll be easy for you to copy from here. This bit of code. Make a bookmark of it. It will help you. Do that. So this is a piece of code without much changes. I'll be using it. So I'm just gonna copy this carefully. Copy this guy. And copy this guy. I'm gonna copy this. But of course, I need these pieces of information later on. I don't want to delete this information, so I need these guys. But one of the technique you could use something, notepad or something for now to move it from here before you paste it. So I'm not gonna lose these, of course. So I'm just gonna quietly copy this or cut it, make it empty, and put it into one of my notepad. And let me put in a notepad. One of the notepad. I'm gonna say just notepad or something for now, temporary. Keep it there. Maybe I will have missed something. Oh no, I haven't missed anything. What did I do wrong? Let me check. I have this, else I have this. Yeah, that's pretty much I have. Just make sure that I don't break it or anything. Making sure that I have these things. Should be okay because I have copied it that way. So just leave it there for now. I do not need this guy. That's pretty much simple thing, and of course at the end redirecting it. So I'm just gonna carefully copy this to a notepad or something, so I need it later on, and empty this bit. Empty this bit. This is where I'm going to copy now.
Heavy rain
from the website, this code. Okay. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it here. Just straight away paste it there. Where I'm pasting it wherever it says this if statement. There is no error. In here somewhere I will paste it carefully. I'll paste it carefully. This is a complete code. As I said, these are actually boilerplate code. These are all ready code. I'm just using it. That's all. So if you paste it here, the first thing you would be doing is, if you look at the top of it, how much did I copy? Did I copy it properly? Let me just double check. Did I miss anything? Where's my define? Oh yeah, that's where my define key. Okay. So define, we are defining our secret key here. They said just change your secret key, add your secret key here. So that's what I'm going to do. Of course, I'm going to copy my secret key and I paste it here on the define. So that's why we are defining a constant. First thing we do, we define a constant with our secret key. Hey, what did I? Hold a second. Okay, I have a little bit of post check. I don't need that. Don't need that. Okay, so I have this little bit of thing here. Can you see? It came from the code. Get rid of this. We don't need this. We already done our email checking and everything. We do not need this. We just get rid of this, just like this. We do not need that anymore. We start from here. When you submit, we grab the token. We grab the action. Then I have this local variable. So I put my keys here. They will handshake now. And then I'll initiate something called curl. Curl is a PHP built-in library only designed to communicate securely over URL or HTTP. So it is not just for this. It can be used for any API. It's very powerful. It's a built-in feature. To initiate, because this is like a class, built-in class or something that you're going to use. You have to use one built-in function called init, which means it initialize initiation the object of, and I decided to call this of the ch. Call it whatever you like. Call it anything you like, curl header or curl request, anything you can give it a name. So do first initiating. You see, I'll be honest with you, I don't remember all of them. I just check them which one I need, because it's quite a massive library. We just make sure that the one we need, we have it. The first option, it would be required to give it, these are called options. So with ch, curl allow you to set a lot of options. These options are built in and they are like a capital letter. They are like constant. Each of them gives extra power to your object, but they are all optional. Most of them are optional except the URL. So once you initiate the curl, you use another function that comes with the curl. It's called curl set option. In a short, it's called set opt. Yeah? That's a built-in again, and each of them can be explained here if you want to look more what they do. For example, this is to do this. You can also learn about curl in the different pages, things that we need. There's a lot of options you can set. So you can even say like curl php, just to see if you can get to see all the documentation of all of them, to read more. PHP has a manual for it. Gigs has some information, stuff like this, just to to know what I can tell you what these are. The first option you set is called CRL OPT, or curl option underscore URL, and a URL that connect to Google API. Let's connect to, from the server side. This is gonna be server side. This, and this is what it calls. We already have defined our secret key. It's gonna go there and bring information with us. You have curl post. Post. It says if you highlight what is this post does is set to true to the HTTP post. So it does, you just put one there to make it true. You have a different sorts of definition: curl post fields to post file, additional information like actions and tokens, secret keys. So you use this option with a built-in query builder. These are all built-in functions. Okay, we just have to acknowledge them. For fields, however, we pass an array with our secret key, which we defined here. You see the same name. And also it takes a response. The token it receives in the client page, in the form, it also takes that as a response. So basically with the HTML form, we're sending a request with our public key to the Google. Google sends us a token, unique token for us, this particular API key. And we now making sure that with the secret key, I'm also sending the same token to the Google. So I requested for a token in my form. Google has kindly provided me with the token key, long token key, which you see here. And then I collect, when I submit, I collect that in my PHP, send the token with secret key. So now it's doing a two handshake. It wants to know that you're the guy who's running the client and you have the secret key to handshake it. So this two requests will go to Google. And you have something called return transfer. True, return the transfer as a string of value. So if the whole transfer will be sent to Google as some sort of string. Okay, so this is all preparation done. These are boilerplate code. All preparation done. We set all the options. Only thing rest for us is to execute the curl. So as you can see, every time I'm setting this, one of this, one of this. It's slightly different, depends on different documentation. So this is what we are doing. And I'm going to execute the curl with this curl header that I've set up. I'm going to send it to the execute function. This is perform this URL session between server to this. After executing, this guy is going to respond to me. The Google server will respond with me some information, such as a success information. The action is also returned back the action that I've sent it. It matches this matching. So I have 3 AND operator here. So what the response is like a little bit of object, which returns if successful, and it has a lot of information. But they all come as a kind of string to me. So of course, close is not necessary, but you can close. Once you've done that, we already have the information we need from server as a string. But because there is string, we won't be able to read it like this. We need to convert it to a PHP associative array. To do this, if you guys know, we use JSON decode function to convert any JavaScript or a string or JSON string to a valid PHP associative array. So this is what we have to cook it. We have to cook this guy with this. You can say what it does. associative true. So the second boolean is, if you make it true, it will convert it to an associative array. If you do not write it, if you write it false, then it will be numeric array. Try to convert it to numeric array, because we need associative. Second variable is a boolean type variable. If you put false, it's not going to be associative. If you put true, it's going to convert this thing to an associative array, which is we did. Once you did it, this array now will have few information in it. These are the information we are looking for. These are the information we are looking for. The first thing we are looking for, whether this the whole process of going backward and forward came back as a success. Success, if the success, the associative array contain 1, that means it's good. So we have to check in one more thing. If the action matched to the action that I sent, which is site keyword, and a score, this is the most important. So in Google documentation, it says here, Google reCAPTCHA returns a score. 1 is very likely to good interaction. 0.0 is likely a bot. Okay? So if it is 100%, that's great. This is maybe very good interaction. And if it is less and less and less, highly likely is a bot. That no interaction, filling your form without auto scripts. So Google, this invisible captcha is capable enough to use AI to identify the interaction of a human and a bot. So of course, like mouse move, keyboard press, go back and forward, scrolling, typing, deleting. It already have tested it, and it succeeded to grab between a bot. When a bot does scripts, fill up the form, just like when you save your password in your browser, it saves, right? Bot can do the similar type of thing if you do not have any protection. So it as high the interaction is a human, as low it is a bot. But it's very difficult to judge still to whether a bot can be, maybe in the future could be mimicking few interaction. It could be. So it's quite hard to do this. The suggestion for it is to keep the score in a medium. Check for the medium. Anything less than this, do not accept the call. Do not think like it's a bot. Anything acceptable. Anything greater than this, good. You can change this score how restrictive you want. As low it is, it will be difficult for a bot to get it. But a rule of thumbs is use a medium value. This is a suggestion by Google that medium value often do not do too much check, and it's also don't miss much of bot interaction. Maybe in the future you might even make it higher, like 0.8, because bot now has algorithm. And this is the case, then Google obviously is going to publish result. So if this is the case, we do our work here. Else, you can think this isn't spam. That's what it is, basically. So now, of course, if it is okay, if it is valid, all three things are okay, then we want a piece of code that I moved from here, which is this guy. This piece of code, not the last one. I'm just gonna copy only this one. If everything goes well, and I'm going to place it here, just underneath there. And now I'm going to try to based on your interaction, Google already gave you a score, and whatever a score is, if the score is, you set the score, if it is greater than 0.5, go ahead with success. Else, if the Google provides you and detect that this is a bot, and it will surely do, and in that case, it will not execute, process this bit. So what we want, we now want to register. We want to call our data model, to call it, and try to register it. And if it is successful, of course, we are doing whatever it is. Only thing left for us to redirect it to index page, to login page. So I'm going to copy this. Excuse me. And of course, I'm not going to put in here because this is when things goes wrong. I could put it here, but it will break my if statement. So I'm just going to put it underneath of when I finish with this. So that's pretty much it is. So basically, this is going to run with this statement. With the else, this is going to happen, and either of these thing will happen. I'm hoping that everything will go right. You could, if it is a spam, you could say, you know, block this caller, blah blah blah. I haven't done much of these things here, but you don't need to be honest. Most of the cases, because Google, if Google gives you a score less than that, that's a bot. And if it is highly likely a bot, and that case, none of this is happening. None of this else is empty. Nothing not happening, and registration will never take place because we haven't done the registration here. So we have done registration here, not here. So if it is the else, we just kept it empty. In fact, you can delete it. You don't need it, to be honest. We are saying it. If a score is greater than 5.0, then only register. Else, we're not saying anything. So it's gonna stay. It's not gonna move anywhere. So that's what we're doing. And this should some way validate our score validation. Now, of course, you need some sort of live server to test it in order to do this, okay? And this is pretty much it is of our today's lesson. Of course, I have done that, as you can see, for my sign-in page. If you look at the sign-in page, similar fashion, similar thing. First thing I did, I added a because it's in my footer, so it's available to everybody. I have added a, you know, you can, I haven't added, I will add a ID, simple as that, but just add a ID, okay? And once I add the ID, I'll just mimic the same thing carefully, remove anything, remove this bit, you see, this bit, shift it somewhere for now, and continue developing, and add my curl here first, locate the curl success, paste this code there. I do the same. Same goes for your contact. Don't worry, I will have this code ready for you guys, so you can try this out. I can use that for even contact if I want to. Contact process. I have a separate file for it called contact process because I had some email and everything, so I decided to go with this. And you can. I don't think so. I have added any of this here, but I have a completed one where I added. Okay, I'll upload that one for you guys. Okay? This is just to show you that you can do that, which is I hide everything, and that is also has the similar architecture. Which, but maybe if I don't have anything written in the contact by mistake, just add it if you want to. It will be good practice, you know, a little bit. But I think I have added it. Let me just double check it. Yeah, I have added on the contact. So I'm gonna just upload this for you guys. Yeah, just go through it, have fun with it.